We all need to create sales type content. But what a lot of people don't do is that they don't use color strategically to use this for their sales content. Now, I'm gonna share with you a strategy that I do for all of my clients and how I use color strategically for sales content. We're gonna use these exact templates and we're gonna end up with templates like this: our merch, our memberships, and hiking trips. That way, people can recognize your brand, but also over time, you build this recognition of a sale without necessarily telling your audience that it's a sale. Plus, you'll capture a lot more attention using this. Now, before we dig any further, I want to take a quick moment to pause and thank Adobe Express for partnering with me to bring this series to you. Ready to get started? Let's go into Adobe Express and start working with some of the free templates that I'm providing for the series. Head over to the library that I provided with all of the templates for the series. Click on this image over here where you see the mole truffles 15% off. These are gonna be the sales templates that we're gonna work from. Click on Start New File, and then we'll start editing. Once you have the file open, you'll notice that there's 3 different types of templates. And how you can use these templates can be very strategic with your brand colors. So think about different offerings or sales that you may need to do and apply this. So for this brand, we know we have 3 different types of sales that we want to post. We have membership, hiking trips, and merch. We're gonna use these exact templates and we're gonna end up with templates like this: our merch, our memberships, and hiking trips. These are all using the same template, but we're using color strategically to communicate different sales so that over time, your audience can easily and subconsciously identify what types of sales you are offering. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is go over to Brand Kit and apply your brand kit. This is going to save you so much time. Click on Apply Brand, and you can keep clicking until you find a combination that you like. Just keep in mind that you will likely need to tweak this template. Now what I want to do is go ahead and change my background color. Because I know I want to use this for membership, I want to use the brighter and lighter yellow hues to connect with joy and really capture people's attention. Now I'm going to go in and select a few of these elements and change them to match my brand colors. Then click on the text and update it with whatever sales that you're going to focus on. If it's too large, you'll be able to decrease the size and bring this down. Now, what you can also do is there are some elements where you may not need at all. For instance, this little background texture, we're gonna go ahead and delete it. Now I can go in and double click on truffles. Let's replace that with membership. As you do this, make sure that your text is legible between the background contrast and your text. I'll include a link for an additional reference video that you can look at to get more insight on what add-on you can use with Adobe Express to help you with this. Now let's go in here and make these last tweaks for the copy. And then I'm gonna go in and select the type over here. It disappeared, but you can see it on the right panel. Let's go ahead and change that color. I want this to be a lighter, actually this lighter yellow. And because I wanna use this deeper red as a call to action color, I wanna select this over here and stay consistent throughout. Now you saw that as I changed it, the color behind it stayed different. Well, let's go ahead and select this and change that color as well. What I ended up doing was that I have a little icon behind this called new, and what I ended up doing was adding a circle behind it so that we could place the text. Otherwise, this is what you get. So once you start working on this file, you'll likely notice that. Just change the circle color and you'll be able to use this hack as well. Then over here at the bottom, you'll see that there's more information here. And since we're not dealing with flavors for this template, we're gonna change this so that it's a lot more legible. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on what month this membership is running for. And I was using these icons as reference in the original template, but you don't have to use them. What you could do is delete them, or if you know that this is a time special, you could put, let's say, let's look for an icon under elements that is for a sale. And then you can scroll to find one that is easy to read at a smaller size, but still gives the idea of a sale. Last little bit is to change this image. You can go ahead and click on replace and upload an image. If you have an actual image that you can use, great. If you don't, you can use Adobe Express. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on replace, then we're gonna click on photos. It's gonna take you to the tab on the far left, and we can look for a family hiking. Now I clicked on the image, it added it to my template over here, and now we can make some few tweaks. As you can see, I can bring this in a little bit more, and we can adjust the corners. So I can go in and adjust this slightly. Just make sure that if you are adjusting the corners, that you are doing it consistently throughout all your templates for the sales. That way you have consistency. And I'm gonna extend this over here because I just want the corners on this top and bottom edge. Now all we need to do is add our brand mark. I'm gonna go to brand kits under my logos, find the brand mark that I wanna use, bring this all the way down, and I don't really want it to be the center of attention. I just want it to be a visual reference towards the bottom right. Now let's go ahead and update the other templates. Now I went ahead and updated my next template using a different color, and this is for the merch. So I wanted to use one of my deeper reds that would still allow my key color, meaning the color that we're using for the call to action. So any sales or any call to actions that we're using for our templates, we're going to use this particular red. It's a lighter red. It's still kind of a deep brick red, and it allows us to create contrast behind the background and this color while still staying consistent. Now, all I need to do is go ahead and update this image. Let's click on replace, and I'm actually going to upload it from one of my files because we have some marketing merch that we can use. Once my image is in here, I can go in and adjust this, frame this in the right area, and then let's add those corners. Remember, consistency is important, and I believe I used 60 for the last one, and we're gonna extend this over. Now you can see that we're starting to create different templates, but there's still consistency. Now we're just using colors strategically to communicate different intentions for our different sales. Let's work on the last one. Again, we followed the similar pattern from earlier in how we were editing these templates. I changed the background color, updated the text to reflect the specific sales template that we're creating, adjusted the percentage, and I added this icon marker over here because we're actually going to a place, La Riviera Maya. So I wanted to make sure that there was a small visual cue that it aligns with the travel hikes. Let's add an image by clicking the image. Now let's click on replace. And we're gonna look for some photos, and let's look for some Riviera Maya. What I recommend as you search for images, make sure that it's the actual place that you are using. You may need to do some fact checking, but because I've been there before, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And once I find the image, I'm gonna click on it. Now I added my image over here. This is ready to go. The only thing I need to do is make sure I add my logo here, and we're ready to start distributing these. When I thought about each of these templates, I made sure that I was very strategic with the colors. For the hiking and the travel hikes, I wanted to use more of the vibrant, energetic green because we wanted to get people excited, and we use this color strategically because I know this is gonna be a particular green hue that is gonna grab more attention. And since this is the sales that generates more income for the company, we want to grab more attention for that. So as you are creating your sales content or using these templates to create specific sales for, it could be your offerings or you're running different types of seasonal sales, use it strategically so that you can inform your audience using color without necessarily having to tell them. This brings us to the end of this series. I hope that you're very proud of yourself of all the hard work that you've put throughout the series. Now, there's so much more that we could cover, but I want to make sure that you and I stay connected, so don't forget to subscribe here. I'm going to be sharing more tips and strategies on how you can connect color, cultura, and design to build a purposeful brand strategy. I'm also providing some more information as how you can work with my company and my team, as well as watch some of my very popular LinkedIn learning courses, which have nearly 150,000 learners globally to date. And it's going to help you build different elements of your brand. So make sure that you look in the information below to find more information and how you can continue your learning journey. Thanks for watching. We have an entire playlist where you can learn more right over here.